Water! It's your right to have decent water bills!
We need to take some bigger action, and I know, we only have a few more days here before the election. So I'm thinking here at the last minute to see if we can put together a rally up at Mount Tabor on the
Save our pocketbooks! Save our reservoirs! Save our pocketbooks! Save our...
There's an argument to protect the water supply, and there's also an argument to protect these historic structures as really integral part of Portland. And how they're getting mixed up right now is a little bit of
originally created for, as I understand it, for aesthetic purposes as well as we need water. So at any rate, I think they're extremely valuable, and it deserves a full-out effort to try and save them.
If you're in debt, you can't borrow money. It's a trick, folks. Let's spend this money, $400 million, where we need it, and not waste it on something we can't use.
I think for a lot of people, especially those who live around Tabor, the reservoirs, as you said in your opening, are really a sacred place. And
yes, I think it's a huge boondoggle, waste of money, first and foremost. Second of all, I'm very concerned about privatization and the way that spending money on this is basically giving corporations money. Don't like that. That's at the top of the list, and then it's just basic water politics.
Absolutely. I haven't run into anybody who favors what's being considered. I haven't run into anybody.
I work in the water business, so the reservoirs are fantastic and they're beautiful historic structures. But the fact that they provide sort of a public health benefit too in an uncovered reservoir does pose some risk. Although here you would think that risk would be very minimal because of the location and the way people look at it. But it's not uncommon to consider the delivery of water as a public health issue as opposed to an aesthetic issue. And that's where I get a little bit confused by this issue, because to a lot of folks it's the aesthetic issue of the reservoirs. They're historic, they're beautiful, they've been around forever, and they've worked. So what's the problem?
I would think all through Portland.
Exactly.
I mean, maybe Washington, D.C. has a different opinion, but come to Portland and then have that opinion and see where you stand. So.
And some of the dialogue, to be honest with you, people who want to preserve those reservoirs is a little dishonest. And that's the part that kind of bothers me, that they claim that people are doing this and wanting to construct these improvements because it's just a corporate move. It pads the profits of companies that do this kind of engineering work. And I find that really, frankly, kind of insulting. People, professions or intelligence, I mean, would you insult your doctor because they want to perform an operation on you they think is necessary, or perform a treatment for you?
Let me finish, please. Could you please let me finish?
that's the great thing about neighborhood associations and neighborhood meetings. They're participatory, and they don't, I think at the best of times, they don't have everybody agreeing with each other.
We love water. Keep it free.
Save our reservoirs, let them be!
We love water.
Let them be!
We're now entering the south side of Mount Tabor through what I like to call the Big Trail. It's beautiful. This is probably the highest point in Portland.